how to, where to go. The discussion was either go to Chicago or Menominee, Wisconsin. I didn't know Menominee. So the Australian guy wanted to go to Milwaukee in the worst way. So we had got on a train and went to Milwaukee all together.
From where?
From Great Lakes Naval Training Center.
Mm-hmm.
The train stops right there, outside the bar, right between where we stepped at the base, where we were training at the base.
So you got to Milwaukee, right?
Yeah.
And then what?
We were hanging out along the main thoroughfare. We stopped at various bars, one bar at a time. We had gone into one bar. The Australian went in first, and he was most because of his accent, he was followed around by most of the girls.
Mm-hmm.
And while we were there, one of the girls who liked him a lot made an offer that, you could go to a party tomorrow night. Just bring something to drink. Knock on the door and just say my name and you'll get in. It's a big party, she said, at a house.
Mm-hmm.
So that night we went there. Sure enough, I forget the guy's name. The Australian, he knocks on the door, and somebody answers. Says, "Who are you?" He said a name, and he says, "Come right in. We're waiting for you." So all three of us went in. The girl met us at the door.
And?
Turns out we had rented an apartment up the street from where the house is. And of course we had to go buy some drinks. I got Gallo port wine. The other American guy got a 6-pack of beer. The Australian got some kind of whiskey. I also got a bottle of rum.
Continue.
And of course Coke.
So rum and Coke and red port wine.
Right. So when we get in the house, we handed to the young man that was there. And he took it into a room where there was all kinds of stuff to eat. It was like tables full of stuff. And it was like a great big, where you dip in a cup and you get punch.
Oh, punch bowls.
Punch bowls all over the place. And right where we were, across the way, in another room was a band playing. And in another room, separate, was a DJ.
Did you see it was a big, rich-looking house, right?
Yes. The stairs must have been about 12 foot wide to go up, and there was a lot of rooms downstairs and a lot of rooms upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
So I was wondering what we're doing there. It was very strange.
Is there more to the story?
Yeah.
Yeah. I had to go to the toilet. And I go upstairs and I ask, "Where's the toilet?" And a young boy a man my age says, you go up the top of the steps and turn right. There's a long hallway on the right. The toilets are on the right side. Knock on the door before going in. That's where the toilets are. So I went up there. As I'm knocking on doors, there were young men and women inside. Two room. Doing you know what.
Is there more to the story?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got to a bathroom way at the end of the hallway. Knocked on the door, there was no answer, so I went in. I used the bathroom, and then I was very tired. So I had my navy hat and a scarf on. It was chilly. It was like in a fall. I had my blue navy scarf. And I had two different kinds of hats. One was the white hat, and the other one was a knit cap.
Okay.
So when I was in the bathroom, I was tired. I laid down right underneath the faucet
In the bathroom?
in the bathroom, and I closed. And there was a plastic curtain that I closed.
Was it the shower curtain?
Yeah,
Were you in the bathtub?
I was in the bathtub.
Oh, okay.
So the next morning when I woke up, I didn't know where everybody else was. So I got up out of the bathtub and I went downstairs, and the whole place downstairs was a big mess. All kinds of stuff all over the floors. A couple of people laying around on couches and stuff. And I saw one of the girls, and I said, what's going on here? She said, can you help us clean up? She said. I said, of course. They gave me a trash bag to pick up things off the floor. And then they told me where to bring it.
And then?
And I said, I'm looking for my two friends. I said, the Australian guy what's got this English accent. I said, yeah, she knows him. Tells me they left already. They said, she said, if you see him, you see the other guy that was with us, tell him to go back to the apartment. We'll be there.
How long were you living in that apartment?
Apparently there was an apartment they rented.
Like for a week or a month or a couple months?
A couple of days.
Oh, okay.
And
So
when they left it.
So I go back to the apartment and I knock on the door. They remembered me and let me in.
Mm-hmm.
Each one of them had a girl with them.
And? You were all alone?
I was alone.
Aw. Is that the end of the story?
Not quite.
Okay.
They invited me in and said, well, guess what? We have an extra girl. You're going to be with this one here. Really?
Is that true?
Yes. So, the guy who rented it was not the Australian, it was the other American guy. And he said, we're going to have to sleep here tonight on the floor. There's only one couch and beds. So I ended up sleeping on the floor against the wall with a girl next to me.
Mm-hmm.
And the other girls were in the beds with the other two guys.
Mm-hmm. And then that's it?
Just about. The American guy comes into the room and makes an announcement. The MPs have been stopping here, so make sure you have your IDs out and don't get in trouble.
That's it?
Almost.
Okay.
So two MPs do stop by later on, and they looked at my IDs, and they wanted to see the IDs of the girls also. And they took down names, and they addresses and stuff.
What do they need all that information for?
In case they want to get somebody in trouble.
Oh. Did anybody get in trouble?
I didn't.
Yeah,
Who
everybody
did?
else did?
Nobody else did.
Oh, okay. You got in
Yeah.
trouble?
No.
Oh.
When they asked questions, I'm listening. About the Australian answer, he was from Perth, Australia, I think he said. And that he was visiting here because he was learning how to do what the Americans are doing all over Asia. What we were doing is intercepting communications and copying the intelligence information down and sending it back to our commanding officers who would go over the information. The whole object was
To have fun in Milwaukee.
to interview other people in that area of the world who might want to help Americans out as spies. In Germany, I didn't know how bad it was. When we arrived there, they gave us a card. Be aware that anybody you meet may be a spy, and don't tell them
They've
anything.
always been crazy.
And don't tell them anything.
Americans?
Yeah.
So I really didn't totally believe it. So when I had my finger, this finger bent like this,
Mm-hmm.
It was his little finger.
I brought it into the hospital in Germany, in Bremerhaven, and they looked at it and said, you know, you got to go see a specialist to get that straightened out. They asked me, how did it happen? I said, me and a couple other young men were fooling around in the communication spaces, and I had grabbed at his uniform to stop him from running away. My finger got caught in his back pocket. It got bent. So they gave me a chip to get on the train to go all the way to Frankfurt and spend a couple of days at that hospital.
Mm-hmm.
They were supposed to straighten out the finger.
Mm-hmm. Did they?
No. When I got there, I showed it to the medical officer. He said, you know, we can't do much about that except we break it. You don't want to have us do that. So I said, I don't think so.
Yeah.
So I remember waiting at the station, and I had my mini Minox camera.
You little what?
I had a Minox camera,
Oh.
Very tiny little camera.
my Olympus Pen ST,
Uh-huh.
and a Yashica 124, a 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. So I'm in
It
the
was
station.
square?
I'm in the train station. While I'm standing there, I see a guy way across the room with a camera out, taking a picture of me. So when I saw him taking a picture of me, I brought up my camera, took a picture of him,
Mm-hmm.
flash and everything. Blind flash. I didn't see his flash. So the object of taking a picture is that if we saw something like that going on, where somebody's taking a picture of us, we're supposed to take a picture of them and bring it to the operations officer and tell him what happened.
Mm-hmm.
And then we give him the picture, and they process them,
Mhm.
and then try to find out who it is that was photoing us.
Oh.